Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Digimax Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker along with Randy McGold. Randy came into a newly refurbished Pekin gym. This is really nice.
Oh, it's beautiful in here. Outstanding. It really looks like a college environment here. You know?
We got to take a tour of the weight room before this. Boy, what a facility they have in there.
Like a Division I college locker room. Again, just wow, what a facility. You're just blown away.
Yeah, it was really nice. Now to the task at hand tonight, Metamora plays a very scrappy. They're 1-18. They're a very scrappy team. I think we beat them by about 30 points the last time we played them at our place. But, Pekin is always going to muddy the waters and give themselves a chance to win.
Yeah, they're a scrappy team, like you said. They're here at home. We're certainly a different team. When we play at home, we shoot the ball a lot better. You look at this place, this is probably the toughest gym to play in the whole conference. There's probably 70 feet behind the backboard here, and so you see the wall. So this place really has a big arena feel to it.
And bleachers back there.
And then you got bleachers on the other side with a crowd right underneath the bucket. So you're right. This is just a different kind of environment. This is one of these games that you cannot let Pekin into this game, and you can't let them have confidence. You got to take care of business early, and you got to establish yourselves early in this game. And the more confidence they have, the more they hang around, the more dangerous they're going to get.
Why don't we take a timeout? When we come back, we'll talk to the Redbird head coach. Welcome back to Pekin. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin. And Coach, pretty good weekend last weekend. You come back tonight, you play a feisty Pekin team.
Yeah, we're a team that we played earlier in December, so it's been a while since we've seen these guys.
Yeah, and I think we've gotten a lot better since when we played them, but they may have gotten a little bit better too.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out tonight. We've got which teams improved most.
Coach, Pekin's struggling. What do you got to do when you come into their environment, their gym here? What's it look like for us tonight?
Oh, you can't give them any hope. And they're 1-17 on the year. They've won their first game and lost 17 since. So you can't give them hope early. You can't let them hang around. You got to play well from the start. We got to take care of the ball. We've done a really bad job. Our last two games have been our two highest of the year in terms of turnover rate. So we got to get shots. You can look over there and see they're not a very big team. We've been rebounding about 40-50% of our misses. So if we get shots, we feel like we're going to score, even if it's not the first shot, second shot. We can keep rebounding, but if we throw the ball away, we don't get any shots, we don't get any rebounds. So the key tonight is going to be definitely to get shots and take care of the ball.
Coach, I think a lot of times, when you don't turn it over, our offense looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And we've been able to get some good shots, and we've been making them. It's just that turnover bugaboo, and sometimes I think teams kind of hit that wall at some point in the middle of the season, and it's been towards the end of the season for us.
Yeah.
But don't you just have to kind of work through that?
Yeah, definitely. We just got to keep playing. Hopefully we can learn from some of those mistakes and not make the same mistakes next time. And a lot of it's just trying to fit passes in that aren't quite there. We're seeing it a little bit late, still trying to throw it instead of just hanging on to it. So hopefully we just keep getting better at that and have a few left tonight.
Yeah, any key guys here in Pekin we got to be careful about? Anybody could get going and really hurt us here?
A little bit of everybody. A little bit of balance. I think number one, Korma is their leading scorer, so pretty good athlete. So definitely the main guy that we're going to try to set down defensively.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. Good luck. Bring home a W.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck, Coach.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the keys to tonight's game. Welcome back to Pekin. Well, Randy, I think tonight, and it's just we can say this about every game, but Metamora needs to get off to a fast start. We need to insert that we're the dominant team. We're
18 and 7. Yeah.
They're 1-17. I said 1-18. They're 1-17.
Yeah, but this is the Mid-Illini Conference, Scott. Everybody knows what everybody else is doing. This team knows all of our out-of-bounds plays. They know every cut that we make on offense. They know every call we make, right? So, these Mid-Illini schools have scouted each other so very well that you're right. We've got to come out. We've got to play creatively. We've got to take what the defense gives us. And, I think Coach Dame really said it all. The most important thing for us is we've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to get shots on the basket. If you're not getting shots up, how do you score?
You can't.
Now especially if there are turnovers on the top, where the guy knocks the ball down, goes and gets a layup on you. This is a gritty Pekin team, and you start talking about the other issues here without the shot clock. I mean, this Pekin team, they're hungry. They're hungry to get a W, and they get a lead, they might just sit in a lead. That's what you risk in a situation like this. So you got to take care of business.
And it wasn't that the Pekin game where we kind of broke out our press and we looked so impressive doing that?
You are absolutely right. That is the first time we pulled out the little 2-2-1 press and really got after them and sped things up. And you're right. I think Coach Dame did that knowing that if this team gets up, they're going to sit on the ball. And now it's going to be really hard to get back in the game, So you're right. That was kind of, I think it was right after the Canton game, wasn't it? Last time
I can't remember when I thought it was Pekin that we broke out the press, and that was the first time we'd seen that hard of a press all year long.
Yeah.
And continuous, and we stretched out to 30 points. And Metamora did win by 30. I think it was 71-41.
Yeah, we just came out and just ground on them the whole game. But again, it was after the Canton game at Canton that was so frustrating, where they, Canton played a half-court game and really just took it to us. And so now by having, by basically changing the tempo of the game there, that was a big piece of having that press. So I agree, that's a big tool we put in the toolbox, and it started with the Pekin game the first time around.
Yeah. And it'll be. And I think Briggs used to. Well, he'll be back to number 3 tonight because he's wearing a red jersey. The white jersey, I think, is going back to number 0 because it got torn.
We had to send. Don't we have a seamstress in Metamora somewhere that they could, There's no modern day Betsy Ross around.
They don't teach those classes at Metamora anymore. They're kind of outdated for the high school, I think.
What, Eli? Come on, buddy.
I don't know.
Someday you're going to be wearing a shirt and tie to your big job at the Fortune 500 company. You're going to have to figure out how to sew a button, buddy. I mean.
By the way, that's Eli Young, our third member of the broadcast. But he's right.
Yeah, but they don't teach that. We're going to have some supplemental training,
Not really.
After school for button sewing and jersey mending.
There's
come
not
on.
really a home ec, like a classic home ec class like there used to be in high schools. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk curriculum here. This is a whole other issue. We're gonna have to resume this at a school board meeting, guys.
Forget about the game. Forget about the game.
Yeah,
we
here we
got
go.
away from reading, writing, arithmetic.
What?
Now it's more technological stuff.
Keyboarding and space travel and stuff like
sewing
that.
didn't make the cut.
Oh boy. Oh, we got problems. All right, we better. You know what? We better get back to basketball. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble here. Wow. So you're telling me, Eli, you got nobody to sew that thing?
Well, I'm sure we could find somebody. Maybe. I mean, there's a pretty quick turnaround there, and it was on a weekend, so maybe not a lot of seamstresses were open for business. You gotta pay extra for that expedited stuff, the expedited return.
They may have had to send it to New York to find one.
I said my neighbor runs Fred Shoe Repair in Metamora. I mean, he'll sew together leather shoes. If I got to take it over to him, I mean, he will dress that thing up. He'll double stitch that thing. I mean, he'll make it look right. So let me know if I got to take it to my neighbor. All right.
All right.
All right. So Busey's gonna be wearing number 3, and Geyer is not going to be playing tonight, from what I heard from the coaching staff. So he's still in rehabilitation status. So
the other guy for Pekin was their quarterback, Brogan Benassi. And remember, he got hurt. He hurt his knee, I believe. Now, I'm not sure if he's back or not. He's number 10. Have you seen a number 10 out there?
It looks like him down here underneath the hoop, maybe. I don't know if that's him. It looks like it could be him. It's close to his poster up here.
Do you see a number 10?
No.
Now, there's 2 kids with sweatshirts on, though, down there. So you're thinking he's one of those kids that's maybe not dressed out, huh?
Yeah, the one closer to us.
Okay.
That might be, yeah. He was a great athlete. You remember him from football. He was a gutty kid.
Yeah, tough as nails. Then they had the receiver that got hurt as well. Now, that kid doesn't play basketball. Yeah. I know he's a big track.
Hockey. He's a hockey guy.
Hockey guy. What's the receiver? What's his name?
Dylan Anderson.
Dylan Anderson.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I have never seen a more dominant receiver play against Metamora. I think as a freshman he had 4 touchdowns. Maybe.
Well, he was a sophomore.
Was it his sophomore year that he busted out like that? But
yeah.
Wow. So that guy, yeah, hopefully gets his knee all fixed up because, man, he was a special athlete, you know.
Yeah, he was awfully good. You don't mind them leaving when they graduate, but when they get hurt, man, even as an opponent, that's a tough one.
It's horrible. It's horrible. So, yeah, number 1 here, Braylon Korma is the leading scorer, like Coach Dames said. So he's kind of the kid we got to look out for. Can't really let him get going. I got to believe Vasquez is probably going to get the assignment to guard him. You know, does such a good job defensively for us. And offensively, you know, so you've got the Bourne, Brady Jones combination there. You know, we ought to be able to post this team up a little bit.
I would think so. I think that Jones would look to have a pretty good night. I don't know if they've got anybody close to Jones' height at 6'6", but not only is Jones 6'6", but he's a 6'6".
Oh, yeah. No, he does such a great job driving to the rim. If they get the ball up to him, I mean, he can finish. So, yeah, hopefully, you know, Jones is ready to go, and we can take advantage of him and his size. And, you know, that takes a little pressure off the outside shot. You know, I mean, three-point shooting is definitely one of our strengths, but you go on a road in a situation like this, and that could also be a problem, you know, if you're not hitting from 3 and you're relying on it too much. You know, second half, we're going to be shooting at the basket that's got the wide open space, and that'll be a challenge for us.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get gritty and get to the rim.
Take this time for the national anthem and then the starting lineups.
For tonight's Mid-Atlantic Conference game between the Metamora Redbirds and the Pekin Dragons. At this time, we can please stand, move your hats, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem by the Pekin Community High School Band under the direction of Mrs. Carly McCann. And now the three starting lineups for both teams. First for the Metamora Redbirds, a junior, number 3, Briggs Easy. A junior, number 4, Romeo Vasquez. A junior, number 21, Zach Bourne. A sophomore, number 22, Sam Koch. And a sophomore, number 23, Brady Jones. The Redbirds are coached by Justin Dean, being assisted by Patrick Vaughn, Mike Brockhouse, Dave Klusky, Jake Springer, and Joel Yen. Okay, Pekin fans, let's make some noise here. Tonight we're excited to welcome our unified PE students to the fire pit. Unified sports for students of all abilities to get ready to compete, connect, and show
Well, Randy, I think we've got a height advantage. Their program doesn't list heights or weights or next of 10 or anything on their roster.
Yeah, and Pekin's got a pretty nice crowd here. They got all the bitty basketball kids here and families, and so they've certainly got the turnout here. And this new gym, to me, Scott, it holds the sound a little bit better. The old gym, like when that ball bounced, I mean, it just was hollow. So now these new bleachers, I think they reflect the sound a little bit more. There's definitely a better sense of an atmosphere here for sure. Much improved.
Yes. Nice looking floor. Still like that dragon on the floor there. That looks sharp.
Yeah, pretty cool. They got the band up there. We'll see how loud those guys get in here, So they got the environment going.
A lot of red.
You're right, a lot of red. Yeah. So, Pekin in the home whites. Metamora and the visiting reds here. Jones controls the tip. Vasquez to bring it up. Like Pekin starts out man-to-man defense. Bourne gets it. Little shot, misses. Gets tipped up and out of bounds to Pekin.
Well, we got a good shot.
Yeah, got a good little look. That little baby hook in the lane there, about a 5-foot shot. That's a great look for Zach Bourne. New hanging scoreboard here in the center of the arena.
Video board. Now, they've always had a scoreboard there.
Zach Bourne with the rebound. Off the Taylor miss. Koch now gets it in the corner. Looks inside, nothing there. Reverses the ball to Vasquez. Now to Bourne out top. Back to Vasquez on the handoff. Now Koch comes up. Goes up top to Brady Jones. Jones works through the double team and finishes.
I think we might be able to do that all night.
Yeah, I love it. That's and that pass was delivered nice and high in the air, just where it needs to be. For Brady Jones to control it, not allow the smaller players to get their hands on it.
Oh, nice job by Vasquez to shut him off baseline.
Koch with the rebound. On the run, dribbles through two, gets it out to Jones.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, now to Busey. Busey gets a screen from Jones. Drives to the left, kicks it out for Koch in the corner for three.
Good.
Nice driving kick there by Busey. He recognized the double team. Koch's man came in to help. Boom. Kick it right out to Koch. Excellent offense. Zach Bourne, nice job on the screen hedge. Foreman misses, gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Now for three, doesn't go. Koch contends. And there's Isaac Burnt, number 20, the junior, with the rebound putback for Pekin. Jones now cuts the corner, gets it down to Bourne. Stuff past the handle, out of bounds to Pekin.
The coach talked a little bit about trying to force some passes in there that maybe aren't really there yet, and that might be one of them there. We're just, ties it up.
There's Lyle Taylor, the sophomore, number 14. The three-pointer ties things up at 5. Busey drives baseline, kicks it out to Vasquez. Down to Bourne. The lay-in, nice find by Sam Koch.
Yeah, that was nice.
Kind of wild up here in the bleachers. This is the junior wrestling area, Scott. There's Taylor for another three. Bourne with the rebound.
We had that blocked off well. We had 3 guys around there for that rebound.
Yeah, nice job, Busey body. Busey for 3.
Good.
Wow, he looks so comfortable shooting that 3. Got his feet set. Pass was on time and accurate. Jones with the recovery.
Surprised Bourne didn't get a foul there.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of jumped, and it was just an awkward play. The ball was loose, and guys were jumping around and falling down. Jones with the baseline drive, gets it, rotates over to Busey. Doesn't go, Pekin with the rebound. And Vasquez with the steal, and he's in the wide open. Gets
Oh, there
the
he
layup.
goes.
Nice job by Logan Vasquez.
I told him we needed 12 points from him tonight.
That would be awesome.
Oh, not. That's a charge. That's a nice job.
Nice job by Sam Koch to come over. That was Koch, wasn't it, or was that Bourne? Who was that?
That was Koch, I believe.
Thought it was Koch, but they both jumped up. But yeah, great job to come over, help out, and the offensive player extended his elbow out. He was right there and picked up the charge. So he's halfway to a steak dinner. Pekin now a little 2-3 zone here. Just a little different look defensively. Busey does a nice job to recover it. As the center lane, little Euro step, just rims out.
Oh, that's still a nice drive, though.
Yeah, nice job for him to get downhill, get to a layup. Redbirds playing really good man-to-man defense there. You see Vasquez really stop Korma there.
Yeah.
Now to pick up the dribble, and here's Korma again with the crossover.
That's a
and
foul.
He'll draw the foul. He'll get to the line to shoot 2. And that foul goes against Vasquez. But, yeah, I mean, Korma's shifty. He's got the crossover, the in-and-out dribble. Tough guy to stay in front of, you know.
And he gets them both. Makes it 12-7.
Now Pekin here, showing a little zone press. Maybe just kind of extending that half-court defense. Koch for 3.
Oh,
Rattles out. Ball gets tipped out off of Jones. It'll be Pekin inbound.
rattled in and out. That was
Yeah.
there.
Oh. That's the thing, Scott, on the road. You know, you're just an inch or 2 off, and that ball will rattle out of there.
Brings the ball across half court.
Metamora big guys. There's Korma with a little backdoor cut. Gets the layup. But, you know, the big guys for Metamora, I mean, this is really 5 guards, truly 5 guards for Pekin. There's Jones for 3 from the corner off the top, and that'll be out of bounds to Pekin. But, you know, our big guys, you know, we're out guarding, you know, 25 feet from the rim here. So
Yeah.
no rest for these big boys. You know, they're Pekin's going to keep moving and moving and moving and really push us defensively here.
Oh, almost a steal by Busey.
Baseline shot, no
Miss.
call, and that's a lot of contact there for no call. And Pekin comes up with a steal, and there could have been another foul called there out top. So they're really letting them play here tonight. So there could have been a foul really both ways there. Three-point attempt off the front. Busey with the rebound. Busey gets it down in the Bourne in the paint. Spins to his left, off the board. Nice post move by Zach Bourne. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Pekin to bring it up. Former's got it. Guarded by Bourne, and Bourne comes out and grabs him with 6.5 seconds to go here. And now Metamora will sub. We got Morrison and Taylor coming in. They replace Bourne and Vasquez, the two guys with fouls. Get them on the bench, and I got to believe we're going to give a couple more fouls here and really not let Pekin get a chance to shoot here. So Morrison gets the assignment to guard Korma, and he grabs him out front at 3.1. Redbirds still have another foul to give here to 3.1. Ball goes into Korma, guarded by Morrison. Three-pointer from the volleyball line.
And no good.
That'll bring us to the end of the first. Redbirds up by 5, 14-9.
Welcome back. I believe it'll be Pekin ball to start this second quarter after the quarter break. Yeah, it'll be Pekin ball.
Ed Jones controlled the tip. So Morrison and Taylor stay out there for this beginning of the second quarter here for the Redbirds. We'll see if defensively, coach maybe looks for the press, looks to put a little pressure on the Pekin guards here. Busey almost with the steal there.
Ooh, boy, almost got a steal.
Norman gets in the lane, doesn't go. Taylor with the rebound.
That's just good defense.
Yeah, nice job to wall up, not let him get in there. Kind of a 4 out here with Jones in the middle. Really looking to get that mismatch for Jones. Out to Taylor. To Koch. Taylor, block, it's double team. Back to Koch. Just won't go. And top, Koch tips it in. Off his own miss. Nice job to stay with it, but excellent pass there by Ashton Taylor.
4 sophomores out there.
Okay, yeah, Busey is a junior, and you're right. Three-point attempt doesn't go. Morrison with the rebound. Redbird look to attack. Busey gets the screen from Jones. Jones now has a matchup. Ball goes into him, just not delivered. So ball goes out of bounds with the turnover. Pekin inbound, and now Zach Bourne comes back into the game.
And we go to the press.
Set up the press. Busey takes a seat on the bench. Redbirds, Morrison gets the tip. Ball's up. Morrison gets the recovery to Koch. Thought about the three, now drives. Pass gets tipped. Former recovers. And now Koch is going to pick up a foul, and that's a tough one. Former was almost anticipating the contact. Kind of went down, but you know, as a rep, what else do you call there?
Yeah,
you got to kind of protect the ball handler a little bit, you know.
But you could almost say that was a no call.
Yeah, we've had some of those in the first quarter, you know. So yeah, Koch just kind of had his hands up when stand there gets called, but it's all part of it, you know. Timeout here with the Pekin, I assume, taking the timeout.
Yeah, I think they took the timeout because they got to design something to break our press.
Yeah. So
This is a
Redbirds,
good group to press with.
yeah, Redbirds come out with Jones on top and Bourne and Morrison on the wings. Taylor kind of playing cornerback, and Taylor gets his hand down. It gets knocked away, and there's Bourne comes back, kind of wolfs it away from the ball handler, and now Redbirds are on the attack here. Morrison gets it, drives the lane, and a little bit of contact, but yeah, kind of took an extra step there. Just kind of got bumped. He was thinking about making his move. So, but you'll love to see the turnover in the attack by the Redbirds. So Redbirds in a little diamond in one here. Get the ball up. Taylor for three, hits it. That's the sophomore Lyle Taylor. That's the second three of the game. Ball goes in at Bourne. To Jones, out to Taylor. Taylor's got the lane. Gets blocked and recovered by Pekin. Got a little too deep there. Taylor for three for Pekin. And apparently he's a sharpshooter. That's his third three of the game here. And he's got 9 for Pekin here. So Redbird's got to take care of business here. Ball goes out of bounds for the Birds. But, you know, just kind of what we talked about, Scott. You know, you let the team hang around and get confidence. That might be the most dangerous thing we can do. So now Vasquez comes in for Jones.
Lost some size there.
Yeah. Morrison to Vasquez. Out to Koch for three.
There you go. Good
Nice.
shot.
Nice play. Sam Koch now has 8 for the Birds. Redbirds still have to press on. Koch now almost gets the steal. Ball goes into the corner. Now recovered by Taylor. Redbirds are on the run. Up to Koch. And Koch scoops it in.
That was nice.
Koch is in the double digits. Great job to get the ball up to him and let him finish. Long pass. Koch knocks it down. Pekin gets it back. Rims out. Moore with the rebound. Up to Koch. Koch now gets fouled at half court by Korma. So it'll be Redbirds to inbound.
We've got 4 steals off that press, but we've only got 2 buckets.
Yeah, we've got to get the ball down there, get some layups off this press, get some easy buckets, beat the defense down the floor. Ball goes into Morrison. Pekin kind of in an extended 2-3 defense here. Horn to Morrison to Vasquez. Down to Koch on the baseline.
That's beautiful.
For the layup. Excellent zone offense there by the Redbirds. Redbirds stay in the zone trap here in the half court. Now Morrison comes up with the steal. Ball gets knocked down, recovered by Pekin. Taylor gets it out to Korma for 3 in the corner. Ball gets knocked around. Pekin's got it. Redbirds stay in the little zone, half-court trap here. And Pekin takes the timeout here. That's the 32nd timeout. And I love the aggressive defense here by the Redbirds. You know, we're just looking to trap in the corners. We're looking to steal that pass.
But then we're turning it over.
Yeah, and you know, you could see the Pekin coach. He's saying, hey, get the ball to the middle of the floor, guys. Get it out of the corners, right? So that's what you're trying to do. You know, attack this thing from the free throw line and then kick out for threes on the backside or whatnot. But
we're getting a lot of turnovers from this press.
We are. It's creating opportunities for us, for sure. So,
but we've got to stop turning it over.
Yeah. Yeah, when we get the ball, we've got to make it count. We've got to get a shot on the hoop. So Pekin to inbound. Like Busey's back in the lineup. He replaces Taylor. And Redbird stay in the trap here. And now, looks like Bourne's going to get called for the hip check.
That's his second.
Yep, that's 2 on Bourne here. Redbirds look like they go to the man-to-man defense here in the inbound. 3-point attempt is up, and Koch scoops the rebound. Redbirds on the run. Koch right down the middle, and he'll give the charge. And so Pekin will take over, and that's the first foul on Koch today. You just got to recognize that. You got to see the guy setting up. You got to either pop up and hit a little floater, or he did have a guy on the other side of the rim for the layup.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of those things, you know, the more times you play, the more times you get used to that stuff. 3-point attempt, rims out, bounces long. Busey runs it down for the Birds. Now Vasquez has it. Drives, he's got 2. Kicks it out to Morrison, to Busey, into Bourne, and out to Koch. Back to Busey. Pekin in the switching man. Well, yeah, they're in man. Morrison for 3. Off the heel. Busey runs it down. Nice rebound by Briggs Busey. Bourne in the high post. Backdoor cut to Morrison. Kicks it out to Vasquez. Koch now surveys. Vasquez for 3. Ball gets knocked up. Vasquez gets the rebound. Down to Bourne for the reverse layup.
That was nice.
And puts it in. And nice job. Way to stay active.
I liked
Redbirds.
Vasquez's shot, though. It was
Yes.
it's a little strong, but it still was a good shot. It's good to see him looking for his shot.
Yeah, no, it's a great look. Did a great job to get to the offensive boards. I mean, Vasquez skied for that rebound. And that's going to be interesting to see what they call
We're
here.
going to call that on Vasquez.
Well, but I mean, you know, it was the own player. I mean, Foreman extended and pushed his own guy down, it looked like to me. But, you know, Vasquez just kind of was closest to the action. So he gets called for his second.
Going to bring in Taylor and who else came in? Just 2 guys came out.
Jones, I think, came
Jones
back into the game.
Yep. Bourne and Vasquez.
Now mopping up a little sweat here. Guys getting a little extra time out. Both teams are working hard on defense here, Scott. Gritty game, you know. Pekin to inbound. Double screen for Korma. We'll get it out. Try to get the 3-point opportunity, but Redbirds do a nice job covering it up. Baseline drive, pass gets knocked down. Koch with the recovery. Takes care of it, picks up a screen for Morrison. Back to Morrison, out to Busey for 3. Off the front, Morrison tips it up, gets it to Taylor.
And good.
To Jones, and nice work by the Redbirds. Man, you know, that's such a great job. You know, when you're not in position to get the offensive rebound, you just get up and just tip it. Not go over the guy, not push him. And the Redbirds just do a great job getting their hands up and tipping that ball around. Korma for 3.
Who got it?
That's tough. Nice catch and shoot there by Korma. Got 7 now for Pekin. Redbirds look like they're going to hold it for 1 here. Ball goes to Koch. .15 seconds in the half. Busey's got it out at half court. Gets a screen from Jones. Now Jones has it. He drives baseline. Ball gets tipped around. Pekin recovers. And that's going to bring us to the end of the half. Redbirds up by 9, 27-18 here at Pekin.
Welcome back to Pekin High School. Redbird took that 9-point lead into the halftime locker room, Randy. And, you know, I thought by and large Metamora played pretty well that first half.
They played great. I mean, you know, you hold a team to 18 points on their home court. I mean, that's outstanding. I mean, really, Taylor, is, you know, the sophomore, got 3 threes on him. You know, he's got half their points just on hitting a few threes. So I think we've done a nice job. You know, I'd like to see us score a little bit more. You know, again, take care of the ball. But, you know, our turnovers were limited, you know, with 5, which is, if you're under 10 for the game, you don't have much to complain about, you know. So, but, you know, you just want to see us, again, be a little more efficient on offense, right?
Yeah, I really like that press. I thought we got about 6 or 7 turnovers off of that press. Now, we didn't always capitalize, but we still got a lot of turnovers and gave ourselves those opportunities.
Yeah, I agree. And we really sped Pekin up. They didn't really get what they wanted offensively on those possessions.
Yeah, and on the other hand, you talk about us protecting the ball. Unofficial stat, I only counted 5 turnovers that half. A lot better than our 21 or whatever the other night. Shots start falling tonight.
Yeah, but you're right. We've averaged 20 turnovers the last several games, so to be at 5 at halftime is outstanding. That's a major improvement. Redbirds to inbound.
Redbirds now play on that end, that open end.
Pekin with the steal, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Metamora. Get a little bit of a break there. Trying to figure out what Pekin's doing here. Pekin is like they're in a man. Vasquez on the drive, up off the board, just won't go for him.
I still like the drive, though.
Yeah, no, that's a nice offense. Ball goes out of bounds to Metamora. Just a little miscommunication there between Taylor and Korma. Vasquez to bring it up, gets it to Jones. Now to Bourne, to Busey. Koch for 3. Rims out Bourne now with the rebound. Back to Koch, now to Busey for 3.
Good.
Nice shot by Briggs Busey. And man, when he gets his feet set and he's ready to shoot, he is awful tough.
Yeah, it's almost like a layup.
Yeah. Forma, started by Vasquez. 3-point attempt from Pekin, rims out. Sam Koch with the rebound. Picks up a screen from Jones, gets switched on to. Now Jones has a mismatch here. They get it into Jones. Goes up strong, and Busey guys for the rebound, but just Pekin gets it back underneath their own hoop.
I like the fact that we had a mismatch and we recognized and got in the ball. He just missed a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
It was still, everything there was nice.
That's a high percentage look, you know. Bourne runs down the rebound for the Redbirds. Gets it over to Koch. Now to Vasquez. Now to Busey, drives baseline. Ball gets knocked away. Little scrap for it. Loose ball. Koch comes up with it and finishes with the left hand, and he'll have the chance for the 3-point play. And nice job of scrapping there by the Redbirds.
Yep. And Koch did the smart thing. He headed towards the basket.
Yeah, just basket cut, get near the ball.
Koch with what, 14? 15.
Yep, 15 for Koch now. Leads all scorers. And Jones blocks it out of bounds. It'll be Pekin to inbound. Nice job by Jones to get the left hand up there, not try to swipe at the right. Didn't swipe down, just got his hand straight up and tipped the ball. Taylor for 3. Off the top, Busey with the rebound. And Bourne screen in the backcourt. And he must have leaned into it a little bit, but it gets called for the foul. That's Bourne's 3rd. And now Pekin to inbound here at half court. Vasquez guards Forma. Nice job on Sam Koch to hedge out.
Oh, he traveled.
Yep. Taylor loses his pivot. It'll be a turnover now. Redbirds to inbound. Pekin showing a little zone trap here. Ball gets tipped. Formas got it, saves it. It's tipped back to Pekin, and now they throw it away. So Metamora will get it back, but a little bit of a break for the Redbirds. You know, you got a ball fake. You got a ball fake high, go low. You got a ball fake low and go high against that zone. You know, that's what they're looking for. They're looking to tip the ball and get a recovery and an easy bucket. Busey for 3.
Good.
Beautiful. Boy, when he knows he wants to shoot that ball when it's in the air coming to him, he does a great job getting set up for it. Busey now with 9 for the Birds.
Kind of a quiet night.
Pekin's 3-pointer doesn't go. Bourne with the rebound. And Pekin setting up a little half-court trap here. Bourne gets it on the baseline, gets fouled. They go against Taylor. It'll be his 2nd. Ball goes into Busey. To Vasquez, back to Busey. Drives baseline. Tries to get it to Bourne, but it gets knocked away. Three-point attempt by Pekin, doesn't go. Bourne with the rebound. Gets it to Vasquez. Now over to Busey. On to Koch. Skip over to Vasquez. Back to Busey. Tries to get it to Bourne, and Vasquez picked it up. Back to Busey for three. Ball rattles out. Pekin gets it.
That's still a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that's a good look. And Jones knocks it down. Here's Jones. It just loses the handle. Kicks it out. Formal picks it up for Pekin. And a little hop step there, and at the travel, it'll be Metamora ball.
Poor Jones. He was going to go in for the dunk.
Yeah, he really wanted it. You could tell. And we got a full timeout here by Pekin. With 2:49 to go in the third, and the Redbirds have doubled up Pekin here, 36-18.
Yeah, they haven't scored in the second half yet. It was 27-18 at halftime. We're pitching a shutout so far.
Yeah, we're doing a nice job on the defensive boards. I mean, it's been a one shot and out for Pekin, so nice work.
I really like what Pekin has done with their gym. You're right. This has turned into a really nice facility.
Yeah, it's nice, and I don't know. It feels a lot more full here. Like for this place to feel full before with the old wooden bleachers. I mean, you had to have this place packed up, but it just has a nice sound in here.
Alex Staub would crawl up those bleachers. He was so scared of them. He would not. He'd have to sit at the top and do the game, and he was so scared he'd crawl up. He didn't help set up because he was white knuckled by the end of the game.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. And you could kind of look down. You're right. You could kind of see down, like if your foot slipped in or you dropped your cell phone. You know it was going to go down about 20 or 30 feet. You might not ever see it again.
It wasn't any taller than these, so it was only about a 10-foot drop. So.
Really, but it just seems steeper though. I understand that. As a kid, you'd look at those things and think, man, my leg gets caught in there and my leg's going to break off, Little bleachers. Busey drives it in, gets double teamed, drives it back out, drives it back in. Gets the ball out to Vasquez.
The thing about it is he never gave up his dribble.
Yeah, excellent. He's got options there. Koch thought about the three, trying to get a better look. They've got Jones in there. Skip over to Busey. Trying to get it to skip over to Koch. Drives baseline. Sets the screen for Vasquez. Koch now. And they're looking for Jones, who's got a mismatch down in there. Busey with a little floater. And it goes. And Busey's in the double digits with 11. Nice offense there by the Redbirds. Nice job to be patient, try to get what they want. I think they were truly wanting to get it to Jones, but we'll take a little 8-foot floater by Busey any day of the week. Pekin for three.
Oh, that's their first points of the second half.
And it goes. That's number 35, Hunter Smith, the junior. Vasquez out to Koch for three. Just rims out. Ball gets tipped up to Jones. And he gets fouled on the floor on the rebound. And so Redbirds will inbound underneath their own hoop. And now Beekman checks into the lineup. He replaces Jones. Ball goes up to Koch. Little fadeaway jumper. Just rims out. Busey runs down the rebound. Stays at the Koch.
Nice hustle by Metamora.
Vasquez to Morrison. Beekman comes up to get it. So sets the screen for Vasquez. And there's
nice pass.
Nice job by Vasquez to draw two. And he put the ball up to Koch. Did you see that? Koch didn't have to go down and reach for it. He was up and just flipped it right in. Excellent work. Taylor
Traveled.
with a lot of steps, but doesn't go. Busey now with the rebound. Gets it to Morrison. Morrison gets the baseline and finishes it. You know, Morrison is kind of always probing, you know. He just probes the defense, and the minute he's got a lane, he gets in there and finishes. Ashton Taylor does the same thing. You know, those guys on the JV team do such a nice job. There's Korma, drives down, layup won't go. Busey with the rebound from half court. And it's off. So Redbird take a 42-21 lead into the fourth quarter here at Pekin.
We'll take this time to hear from our sponsors. Welcome back to Pekin. As we get ready for this fourth quarter, Metamora will come out. It looks like the way they finished the third quarter with Beekman, Vasquez, Busey, Koch, and was that Morrison?
Morrison, yep.
It'll be Pekin ball to start this fourth quarter. Pekin only had 3 points. It was a 15-3 run for Metamora.
Yeah, it was a nice job. And you know, offensively, we were patient, trying to get the ball where we want it to go. A lot of times looking for Jones on the mismatch down there. Vasquez on Korma.
Oh, nice defense.
Just walls up on him, has to kick it out to Taylor. And Korma with the basket dive gets the layup. Korma, their leading scorer, now with 9. And the foul now goes against Korma. Redbirds to inbound. Ball goes up to Busey. Gets in the lane, little fadeaway jumper off the front. Beekman with the rebound. He gets tied up. It'll be a jump ball.
It'll be Redbird ball. Nice
Metamora
job by
possession.
Beekman.
Yeah. Ball goes up to Vasquez, to Koch for 3. And Busey now, and we're going to call this on Pekin. Goes against number 30, Ronick Smith, the junior. His first foul, so Redbirds to inbound.
That's his first foul, no points. He started.
Busey gets it into Vasquez, back to Busey for 3.
Good.
Nice. Busey now with 14 for the Redbirds. And Koch with 17 for the Birds. So Taylor pulls up for 3 off the front. Busey with the rebound. Brings it up. Tries to get into Beekman. Ball gets tipped away. Corner 3, that's by Taylor. And he's got 12 now for Pekin. Morrison recognizes the double team, gets the ball down to Beekman, who finishes strong at the glass.
That was a nice play.
Very nice play.
Couple sophomores really.
Yeah, working together
Yeah.
there. Really good. Koch gets out in the passing lane. He's all alone, and he throws it down with one hand. Sam Koch now with 19 points in the dunk. Busey's going to get called here for a little reach.
Ashton Taylor will come in for, looks like maybe Vasquez.
Vasquez did a nice job guarding Korma. You know, Korma, their top scorer, really held him in check tonight. And now Taylor would get the assignment to guard Korma. And Taylor gets blocked by Koch. Busey with the recovery. And just it's kind of eaten up by the Pekin team hustling back.
Yeah.
Korma gets to the rim, gets blocked by Beekman, but he fouled him underneath with the body. So Korma will go to the line to shoot two, but Beekman, tell you what, I mean, watching that sophomore game, I think he had to have, you know, a double-double. I know he had 20-some-odd points, but he had at least 10 blocks. I mean, I think he had 6 in the first quarter. I mean, his timing and his arm length is unbelievable, what he's capable of. So watching this kid grow is going to be absolutely a treat for us.
For
you know?
sure, for sure. It's 1 of 2.
Busey gets it down to Taylor. Reverse layup doesn't go. Beekman gets the hand on it. Beekman with the rebound. Beekman three-point opportunity. Doesn't go. Ball gets knocked around. Busey has it now. Beekman to Morrison. Back to Busey. Gets in the lane. Gets fouled on the floor.
You know, it's those fast breaks like that. I love seeing Busey out in the fast break. Something good's going to happen.
Yeah. He's got his eyes open. He's looking to set other guys up, and if they don't stop him, he's going to take that ball right to the rim and score. Just lay it in. Ball goes into Morrison. Busey for 3, doesn't go. Beekman runs down the rebound. Gets it to Taylor. Back to Beekman. Doesn't get a handle on it. Pekin recovers. Korma for 3. Morrison with the rebound. Gets it to Koch. Beekman now hands it off to Busey. Busey has the lane. Gets downhill. Gets the bucket. Busey now with 16 for the Birds. Three-point attempt from Pekin. It goes. That's number 20, Isaac Burnt, the junior. Beekman now. Back door to Taylor. Ball gets away. And it is Pekin ball. So 2 turnovers here in the fourth quarter. But they're looking to do good things. So backdoor cuts. You know, a lot of good things happening out there.
Oh, that'll be Redbird ball. Looks like Henry Gunderson. That who checked in?
Checks in for Koch. Koch leaves the game with 19 points for the Birds.
Nice night for Sam Koch. That's a real nice night.
What a nice, steady outing for him. You know, nice job hitting the 3, getting to the rim, getting on the boards. Kind of did a little bit of everything tonight, you know. Nice dunk. Taylor runs down against the trapping decent. Little contact, but Taylor with the rebound, gets it out to Morrison. Morrison now wheels and deals, gets it picked. Three-point attempt, doesn't go. Morrison with the rebound. Gunderson now sets the high screen for Taylor. Gets it in the corner, drives baseline, and he gets fouled on the floor. It'll be Redbirds to inbound. And looks like Pekin sends in a few subs here. Garen Goody. A couple other kids here that aren't on the roster that I can see. Holden Lynn.
And Metamora makes wholesale changes also. I can't see who's out there.
Yep.
I mean,
We got Pat Pavicic, Eamon Lynch, Cam Beekman, Henry Gunderson, and Oberly.
okay.
Ball goes into Gunderson, now to Lynch. Lynch drives the right side, gets it back to Gunderson. Gunderson gets in the lane, ball gets knocked away. Pekin another three-pointer from Pekin is good. That's number 42. I don't have him on my roster. And now Lynch. It's to Pasovic. Over to Oberly. Gets it to Beekman. Beekman now drives down. Gets it to Lynch in the corner. Back to Beekman. Gets to the elbow. Now to Oberly. Out to Lynch. Back to Oberly. Oberly for three. Long. Pekin
I thought
with
that
the
was gonna
rebound.
be good. Looked good.
Yeah, right on line. Just a little strong. Three-pointer by Pekin off the heel. Ball gets tipped around. Run down by Beekman.
You know, with the JV game and tonight's varsity game, he's had a night.
Yeah. Lynch for three. Doesn't go.
Under a minute to go now, and Redbirds will go to 19-7. I believe they'll be 6-5 in the Middle Illini Conference.
That sounds about right. I have to go back and do the math to figure that out. It's been a choppy conference schedule this week. Gunderson with the recovery. Gets it to Pavicic. Back to Gunderson. He's got a lane. Goes up strong. Ball gets knocked away. Pekin now on the fast break. And that's 23, Sullivan Fryman, the junior. Maybe a crowd favorite here, Scotty. Pavicic for three. Doesn't go. Ball gets blocked by
And
Beekman.
that'll do it.
Redbirds take it 51-35 here in Pekin. We'll be back with Coach Dane.
Welcome back to Pekin. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dame. Coach, I thought your kids played pretty well tonight. In that third quarter, you came out and you held them to 3 points. You went on a 15-3 run, extended it into the fourth quarter, really separated yourself in that second half.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we played pretty well most of the game. Tried to speed them up a little bit, and you could see it's not as effective on the long floor. There's a little bit more space to play, and they knocked down a couple threes, and I think maybe scored a layup there on our press. So we kind of got out of it a little bit and just played them straight up. The guys did a really good job defending and rebounding tonight.
Yeah, offensively, just like you guys were patient. You know, you were looking. You know, Jones got some mismatches. I mean, you know, it didn't go as clean as I think we wanted it to, but you know, we were looking to get to him and moving the ball around and you know, recognizing mismatches and things like that. So, you know, kudos to the offensive play to me.
Yeah, definitely getting better. Something we've been really working on a lot all year. A lot of teams switch because we don't really have a dominant big guy inside, but, you know, Brady's got to be that guy. Sometimes Zach's got a guy. When they get a small guy, they're starting to figure out we got to get Eamon doing the same thing at the JV level, but it takes time. It's unfortunately not something that gets taught a whole lot at the middle school levels these days, is playing with mismatches and playing with advantages like that and just understanding, oh, I got a guy a foot taller than me. Let me just go get an easy one around the basket, or at least make them force a double team, and now somebody else can get a wide open shot. But we're getting there. It's baby steps.
Coach, the other thing, too, I thought is, you know, we talked about it before about in the games previous to this, you'd had some problems with some turnovers. I think you cut those in about half tonight.
I think we had 8 in the first half, so I don't know about the second half. A lot of playing fast kind of does that to us, and a couple errant passes, and then we had a charge where I thought we got pushed into the charge. So, you know, sometimes you don't get all the best calls, and maybe 7, maybe 6 turnovers instead of 8.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. And you know, the other thing too is you guys hit some shots tonight.
Yeah.
And things just look better when you hit shots.
Yeah, this is always, I've always thought this is a really good gym to shoot in. Pekin usually shoots well here. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but I always like shooting here. I like the background here. It's a nice rims on both ends. Got to get a little bit of a bounce on it. But yeah, it's nice when Sam comes out and I think maybe made his first or second three, and Briggs hit a couple, and we shot it well tonight.
I say Briggs. I mean, when he gets his feet set, when that ball's coming, he knows it's coming. I mean, it's just a quick release. He's lined up. I mean, just watching him shoot is fun.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like he's pretty skilled. When he's dialed in, especially when you feel like he's made one or two already. You feel like every shot's going in, right? He can be really, really streaky. He can heat up quick.
Coach, you go to 19-7 on the year. I believe you're 7-5 or 6-5 in the conference.
I think 6-5 now.
6-5 in the conference. It's coming down to the precious few. I think you got 2 more home games. You got Saturday night and then next Friday night, I believe, and then that's it.
That's it. Yeah, 4 more games guaranteed. That's all we know. Hopefully we can get like 7 or 8. But you know we got 3 conference games. None of them are going to be easy. They were all grind out games last time. Limestone was a tough battle. For 3 quarters, I think we were tied. Dunlap was a double overtime game. East Peoria was a tough loss at their place. So we know what to expect now the rest of the season down the home stretch.
And what's our timeline right now in terms of seeding and kind of that postseason? When does that come out?
Next Wednesday. So there's a big game Saturday, East Peoria at Morton. That'll probably determine the 1 or the 2 seed. And then Wednesday we have to submit our summaries and, here's what we did, here's our record, here's who we beat, here's who beat us. Thursday the votes will come in. We'll find out what our seed is Thursday afternoon. Then Friday afternoon we'll find out, like about 4 o'clock, who we play, where we play. So,
kind of an exciting time of the year.
Yes, it is. It's the most exciting time. We're getting close to March.
Yes, very close. And boy, the season has just flown by.
It always does, doesn't it? The first couple weeks seem to take a long time, and once games start going, it goes fast. We talked about it before the game. It's like you guys realize we only have 4 games left after this, guaranteed 3 regular seasons. So, and when you play as many games as we have, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, you rack them up pretty quickly, and definitely feels like we're getting down to the end here.
But it goes fast when you're having fun and you're winning games and you're in every ball game and every game means something. The season does go fast.
Yes.
And that's the byproduct of having a successful program. And man, it just seems like yesterday we were talking about going up to the Jack Tosh.
I know, right? Wasn't that long ago. I can't wait to be back next year, but we got some business to handle right here. Let's see if we can finish 3rd in the conference with a couple more wins and see what we can do in the postseason. We're really excited for the home stretch.
Coach, congratulations. Nice job tonight. We'll let you get going.
Thanks,
here.
guys.
But thank you very much. I want to thank Randy Bagol, my broadcast partner. I want to thank Mike Kerker, the cameraman. I want to thank Eli Young, our 3rd man in the booth, and also the producer. We'll see you Saturday night at home against Limestone.